table closer to us.
Yeah.
All right. So we are recording, but it's not, it'll, until he claps.
Sure.
Once he claps, live ammo.
Okay.
Because I'm from Texas, I can say live ammo.
Yeah.
Get away with it. You're looking at the questions?
I'm just saying what they are.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's how different we are. They send me questions, I delete them.
Good job.
I don't need
Everything
questions.
needs to be extempore, yeah.
Yeah, I don't need questions. Who's this gentleman?
He's my CISO.
Hi.
He's amazing. Yeah. It's Apurva. And it's because of him. We have the CISO 50 award first time.
Okay.
Last year we got CISO 50 award. No HR tech company ever had that award.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And this dude is. And then the way he uses Gen AI in practice to proactively scan for things is incredible. He is like an engineer. Generally, chiefs, information security officers are all about inspection and compliance, whereas he's engineer by design, and then he works with the teams very collaboratively to build things in the flow, right? So that so security is not an afterthought.
Right.
Most important,
I love it.
Very cool.
He seems smart. I can just look at him and see smart right there.
So he's just not some random HR dude.
No. There's nothing random about him. There's nothing random. It's again, like you said before, Srini, you surround yourself with smart people.
Need to. Otherwise, like you asked the brilliant question, how do I manage the workload?
Brilliant people.
Got to have brilliant people. You can only do so much. I mean, we say it on our podcast all the time. You can't coach stupid.
Yeah. You can't coach stupid.
So at a certain point, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
You go collect trash, I guess.
So I think the question we should ask is, how did you go to Hawaii, Aruba, and
Fiji? Yeah.
Fiji this year?
Yeah. How'd you take them all that time, man? That's awesome. Okay.
By the way, process question. Should we look at, when you ask a question, should we look at you?
Just us.
No, conversations.
Conversations. I mean, the cameras aren't even there.
Okay. Awesome.
Yep.
Makes it easier.
Yep.
And what's your title? Hitesh?
I am Group Vice President of Generative AI or Galaxy AI.
Okay.
Which we're calling Galaxy AI.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would, if I can go a little flexible.
Yeah.
I'll call him my Chief AI Officer.
I like that.
Oh,
I like that.
We've asked that question before.
You need a raise.
I know.
Yeah, just say.
We're gonna get by the end of this show.
That's what they say when you get a new title and new responsibilities. Like, I'm cool with all that shit.
What's that incentive plan look
I
like?
need the stacks. What type of stacks we talking about? All right, you want to do your clap?
Yeah, let's do it. It's good.
That's for the producers to know that we are about to start. So, okay, Srini and Hitesh.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Why don't we do quick introductions? We'll start with you, Srini. Would you give us, the audience, an idea of what you do?
Yeah, I'm Srini Ogireddy, the Chief Technology Officer of Cornerstone. And I lead engineering, cloud, security for all the global products of Cornerstone.
And Hitesh?
Yeah. Hitesh Dholakia. I run Galaxy AI. And my background is 25 plus years in AI. I started with knowledge-based systems way early in the second wave of AI. And now I'm leading Galaxy AI for Srini.
So knowledge-based systems for the layperson, were those knowledge management systems?
No, this was prior to the current wave where knowledge-based systems were essentially wanted to capture everybody's brain,
right,
and then represent that in the declarative form.
Got it.
This was the machine learning, the beginning of machine learning.
Right. A lot of math involved there.
Some people used to call it expert systems as well.
Right. And
well, I was going to say we're talking about responsible AI. So let's start with Srini. How do you define? When someone says what is responsible AI?
And this is a working definition. So let's just make sure we all know it's 2025.
It'll change in
2 years. We might have a different way we look at it. But
how do you describe?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for me, responsible AI means the AI that is working for you needs to understand the context of what it is doing. Most important, and the outcomes. That understanding and the context is so important to ensure you are not doing things that you are not supposed to do.
Right.
Okay, the traditional software had limitations on what it can do versus what it cannot do. If not properly engineered, designed, AI can hallucinate, unintended consequences can come. You can hurt people and their sentiments with lots of, the kind of responses you create. And, the biases that naturally exist with AI.
Right.
The way the models have been created and trained by humans. And the data was and is biased still because the data also is created by humans.
All right. So real quick, two things. One, won't the data always be biased? Just in different ways?
I do agree that there will be always data bias. That's why even someone says,
let's get rid of all the bias.
Is bias. Similarly, the AI doesn't hallucinate, bias. That's why responsible AI is a constant iterative thing.
It never ends.
It never ends.
We were talking about implementations earlier with Anna, and it was a bit, I'm like, there's no such thing as an ending point on an implementation.
Yes. And the way I think of it is you need to have a platform approach for this. The platform provides guardrails.
Right.
Where because we are in charge of HR tech and the global 7,000 plus customers trust us, we knew we can't just paste some LLM or some frontier thing as a AI platform and then assume it will do the work, which a lot of people rushed and tried to do that.
Right.
So, we understood that, first of all, there should be a platform with guardrails to prevent things, at least. And it's okay to say no for an answer. Generally LLMs would say something or the other. That doesn't mean you need to do that, right? And then how do you bring context to the platform? What the user's context, personalized context, and how do you take care of that is important. But most important is the team that is building this. Okay, this is the humble learning of mine. You need to invest in the team that understands that privilege and the responsibility of the AI solutions they're building. And Hitesh here has done tremendous job of building such teams, which I mentioned Gen AI teams, inclusive teams,
right?
Different thought processes, but they also respect the customer outcomes and business outcomes.
It's almost like you want a group of contrarians that just disagree or question is probably a better way of thinking of it. They just question everything.
A group of 22-year-olds on their phone.
Yeah, just questioning everything. Hitesh, the same question. Anything different in terms of your working definition of responsible AI right now?
Yeah, in fact, what Srini mentioned, we started with our ethos of development of our Galaxy AI platform. We call it ethical, responsible, and explainable.
Oh, say that again. That's good.
Ethical, responsible.
Ethical, responsible, explainable.
I think you said unexplainable. Okay, explain.
But that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Ethical is about moral values.
Right.
What is right, what is wrong. Srini mentioned do no harm. So that's a moral compass we have. Responsible AI translates that compass into the practicality of things. When you're building the platform, which layer you want to build the necessary checks so that algorithms work. You mentioned about data and biases.
Right.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, there will be inherent biases no matter what. Two human beings have biases. So, it's natural.
And we'll never rid that as well.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly.
Yeah.
So
they just change.
Yeah.
Through time.
Correct. And so that's how I see it, like ethical, which is the compass, responsible, which is within the architectural layers, we build those things. And then finally explainable. which means that you are creating that layer of transparency with the end user.
Yeah, because you could easily, and y'all especially, y'all's Texas colloquialism.
Which I love.
All right.
You all.
So you could easily talk over people's heads just because of the knowledge and the backgrounds that you have. And the thing is it's got to be consumable. So when you say explainable, my mind goes to the consumer, the customer. They've got to understand on some level. They don't need to know the zeros and ones.
Correct.
But they need to know how it impacts them.
Yeah. If I'm giving you a recommendation, they need to be able to ask, like, why am I seeing this recommendation?
Right.
Like, why did you give me this choice? And that when you can answer that, not every time you can answer because, some of the generative AI models are very opaque, as I call it.
Right.
So it is a difficult problem. It is not a solved problem in AI, but still we strive to make sure that we can provide that layer of transparency wherever in the user interactions.
All right. So a question that confounds me and will confound me for a while is internal ombudsman or audit trails internally versus third-party audits. Having a consulting firm or whatever, another agency that you pay to come in and then look at all of your stuff. And again, there's no right answer. Like I don't believe that there's a right answer. What's y'all's mindset right now on how you audit your own AI?
Yeah, what we are doing is 3 factors of this. Even in security, I was talking about before.
Yeah.
Because these, it's so important to have your platform observability in place. That is, you can track everything and connect the dots. Why something was given as a response, what exactly was asked. All this audit we ourselves need to ensure we can make things better. Right. And I always believe humans and AI, they make each other better.
Right.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
Right.
So that is internal. And we have AI auditing AI.
Right.
Hitesh and team built such beautiful things.
Right.
And predictive AI auditing generative AI. Can you imagine that?
Right.
It's amazing.
Right. That's the agent to agent relationship in some ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But predictive and generative, bringing the combination of them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, which we call objective AI at Cornerstone.
Okay.
Yeah. But at the same time, we are humble. We know we cannot cover it all.
Right.
And red teaming always helps when external teams do. So our CISO has invested in bringing outside teams that actually hack.
Right.
Yeah. So it's so we're investing in the teams that would break and
that's what you need.
All that.
You need them to break because you're building it and your team's building it in such a way, guardrails and all the other stuff involved. You're building it in such a way you might not see something that's obvious to another person.
Yes.
A hacker in particular, right? And we're going to see more and more of hacking of AI as we go forward. We did a podcast a couple months ago now, but it was about the deep fakes that are coming out of North Korea.
Yeah.
And the guy just waxed for like 40 minutes. I'm like, I was terrified. Because all of his goes, it's an identification, verification. Because we need to know that you are you.
Yes.
Not just not just a symbol or an avatar or whatever. And he said, right now everything on the web can be hacked.
Yeah.
And in his viewpoint.
Yeah, we have great internal tools that we are using on Gen AI, prompt injections and everything, and that are open source as well as closed source that the CISO team uses.
Yeah.
But we understood the value of ethical hacking too.
Yeah.
So that's why we invested in that very 100%. Recently. I
was visiting a friend actually that I went to business school with. He was on Wall Street in a prominent firm. I won't say whom. And at one point, I'm like, dude, what are you doing with hackers? Like, how do you interact with the community? And he goes, okay, let me show you. We went down to a floor, and you literally have to have a key card to get to the certain floor, whatever. and it's nothing but white hat hackers. Because, they got the whole setup, and they're hacking their own system. So they're just looking, and they're also doing prevention and some other responsive stuff as well. But they're just doing nothing. Their job, they wake up, how do I hack this firm?
There's this classic quote, you're only secure until you get hacked.
100%. Oh, 100%. And again, 7,000 clients, you've got all kinds of data on them.
Yes.
It's just one of those things. Yeah. So I get it.
Yeah, so Cornerstone has built trust with our 7,000 customers for 25 years.
Yeah.
And that is something which
that helps.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah.
They see you as an innovator, but they also see you, they trust you.
Yes.
Yeah. That helps. I learned this bit actually in PR. There's a thing called goodwill.
Mm-hmm.
And in a community, you drop into Nebraska, you drop into Omaha, and you spend money on the little league teams and things like that. And if the plant in Omaha somehow has some type of malfunction, it's about to be in the news, they won't cover it as harshly if you have goodwill.
Yeah.
And the same thing is true of customers.
Yeah.
If you've built goodwill and trust,
they're a little more understanding.
They can give you more. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. It's the latitude that you've built with them. They're like, okay, hey, life's not perfect. We're not perfect. Software's not perfect.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen. And there's always going to be in implementations, we used to call it the inevitable disaster. Like, we don't know where it is. We don't know how it's going to happen. But at one point, as we're implementing this bit, something's going to go sideways.
Yeah.
How do we react?
Yeah.
How do we take care of each other?
Yeah. And how do we respond?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Customers always notice that. When the problems are not there, it's easy. But when the problem is there, how did Cornerstone show up?
Right.
How did Cornerstone take care of them? Regardless of the problem being from their side or our side. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I learned that in the web development business because that was one of my first businesses that I built and scaled. And we didn't do hosted.
Yeah.
Right. So all the hosting providers that were out there, right, they're all third party. But if the website was down, they didn't call them.
They called you.
They called me.
Yes,
they're like, hey, our website's down. I'm like,
yeah, we don't host that.
I don't. I have no impact.
Nothing to do with this.
Although Dallas did have a lot of hosting companies that we used, but it's like I have no impact on that. They don't care.
Great example.
They don't care at all. And the worst thing you can do in that situation is not answer the phone or not answer email or text or whatever. You can't avoid it. You got to run into it and go, all right, let's just get on the phone.
Yeah.
Let's hash things out. Give me some time. I'll gather some data, get some people on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll figure it out.
What I want to know is, and this is more a personal question, right? Mm-hmm. As a consumer or let's say an employee of a company who's leveraging a tool, AI tool, what are the questions that I need to ask? What do I need to be aware of from the user level?
Well, that's cool.
On all of this.
Great question, Ryan, Hitesh.
Yeah. No, I think, first of all, AI has a lot of hype as well as fear. Whenever new technology comes in, it's always the case.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
And actually, it was called ASP. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I worked on ASP.
Software delivered through the internet.
It's called application service provider.
Oh my God. How's it going to happen? I'm not going to send you CDs anymore.
I worked for the ASP company when I just landed in US.
No
that was my first company. But coming back, Ryan, to your question, what I see is that in the history of human evolution, whenever there is a new innovation, it always is enhancing human capabilities. Industrial revolution added muscle power to humans. AI is essentially now at the stage where it is adding the mind power, the intellectual power.
Right.
And so whenever there is a new innovation like that, horse carriage guys always, they fear the cars. and so
that's not the first time this came up.
We had a show the other day, and we did the horse carriage versus car thing. And I can't remember who didn't know this, but there were horse carriage dealerships.
Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah.
It was you?
It was me.
So there were actually dealerships. You didn't just build them yourself and all that other stuff.
Let me clarify. It's not that I didn't know.
Yeah. Okay.
I just never thought about it.
Right.
who goes and buys a horse and carriage?
Well, the people in
back
your state.
that people in my state, we have a lot of Amish in Pennsylvania.
They're the ones going to the dealerships.
I just assumed they were making them in the barns.
They probably was too, some of that. But the thing about that technology shift is the car flies by you at one point, you're in 30. And it flies by. You either love that and go, man, that's cool. Or you go, terrified. Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Correct. And the key point there is to understand the technology and how to use it.
Yeah.
Right. And I think same goes with AI as well. Like, what are the good things AI can do for you as a user?
Yeah.
And once you start yourself get the familiarity with AI and tools, then you start to leverage that in your way.
Right.
And then of course the negative, as Srini was mentioning already, like there will be people who will try to hack. There will be people who will try to harm you.
Always.
And in the world of internet, do I give credit card or not? Was the question. Right?
I gave it right away.
Right.
Like I didn't come like, yes,
you're the best customer, Ryan.
Take my money. Like I don't need to go to the store.
We were at a conference a couple of weeks ago, and it was a payroll company. And the executives is over fraud prevention, which I had never put two and two together. I don't know why.
Why we didn't.
But anyway, sits down and we're going through all kinds of different stuff during the podcast. And I said, "Is the dark web still like a thing?" He goes, "Nah. Like you can buy identities, a full identity for like $6."
He's like, that's nothing.
And he just says it deadpan, and I'm like, "Huh." Okay, well, I guess I'm not going to worry about that anymore.
We're on the bigger and better things.
All right, last question from me. We're a year from now. We're sitting right here, ish. What are we talking about?
I would say we'll be talking about how AI has become mainstream, in my opinion. I have seen a lot of transformations in my career.
Right.
And you can break the cohort generally into 3 categories, right? 1/3 of them who are like, I'm ready, let's go.
Right.
Like you, Ryan.
Me?
Right.
Credit card.
Yeah. Okay. Then there are 1/3.
Steal my identity.
Yeah.
So let's go.
$6.
There are other 1/3 who are like deer headlights.
It's a maturity curve.
Yeah. They are like, I don't believe this. I don't want this. This will put me to risk. Okay?
That's true of your personality. You are an early adopter.
Yeah.
You're on that side of the curve.
Yeah.
I love that you reference to Crossing the Chasm.
Right.
I read that book in year 2000.
Oh, yeah.
I just came to US.
I visited his office.
Yeah.
I visited his office one day.
Yeah. Nice.
We were in the area, and I'm like, let's just go by his office, see if he's there. And he was.
Yeah. And then
just like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We're just talking. So, yeah, it's fine.
And then 1/3 are skeptics.
Yeah.
They're on the wall.
You need those people.
Yeah, exactly. So they are like, looks good, but I want to verify. Okay, I want to have referenceable customers.
Yeah.
I want to see it work elsewhere. Okay,
Show
I call
me.
that authentic trust or explicit trust. Your category, Ryan, is the implicit trust.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then there are those naysayers.
Right.
Okay, they are like,
You'll never convince.
you will never be able to convince. And interestingly, there was a survey that was asked about Galaxy AI, and I happened to see it yesterday. 90%, of that attendees in the Galaxy AI session, which is the most attended session, were on the side 90. It was not 1/3. Okay, 90 are saying we are ready to go, or show us references.
That's terrifying.
And that scared me in a way, because
That's terrifying.
I expected people to be. I tend to listen more than naysayers, maybe.
He's thinking,
Right.
He was thinking, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that terrifies me.
Yeah. So what I'm
But the data
maybe,
you can get from them is
Yeah,
rich.
1 year later, William, when you sit here,
Yeah.
I would be stoked to say, hey, we went through this process
Right.
of making so many customers successful. As I mentioned before, the outcomes of customers is important for us. It's not AI for AI's sake.
Right.
Sometimes people are over-rotating on that word, whether it
Ugh.
was predictive AI, Gen AI, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
if you are delivering those customer outcomes, and I call them efficiency is a DA, by the way, everyone knows, effectiveness, and you are driving them towards excellence.
Yeah.
That is, they are able to do things that they were never able to do or they couldn't even imagine. I fully believe learning, career development, the skilling will be changed drastically with Galaxy AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, my thing is, I grew up when we had to memorize the tables.
Oh yeah.
And
speed math.
Yeah,
Speed math.
and these days nobody does. Same AI will do in 1 year from now.
Right.
We all will leverage that, so we don't have to cram our head with information
Right.
and synthesis. And I think we will get used to that. It just like we got used to the calculator.
Right.
We will get used to the AI.
It's for us because we all four of us grew up with the internet. There was, there was a short period, but we would talk about the internet, or we'd start things off with www dot
yes,
and all that stuff. And it's like AI. If we don't say AI, we've achieved.
Exactly.
We've got to that place.
Yeah.
This has been wonderful.
It has.
It has. Both of y'all, great guests. Thank you. I know you got to do a million things. So thanks you for coming by and being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, William. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan.
And we're out.
Thank you, Hitesh.
All right.
I've actually got to go get on stage.